Welcome back to the English Hour, everyone. Today, I'm excited to have Jacob here with me to talk about a topic that many of our listeners are interested in: how to earn money by learning English. Jacob, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks, Sophia. I'm really looking forward to this conversation. It's such a practical topic because English can open so many doors to earning opportunities around the world.
Absolutely. So, Jacob, why do you think English is so important when it comes to making money?
Well, Sophia, English is the global language of business, technology, and the internet. Being able to communicate well in English can give you access to better jobs, freelance projects, and even international clients. It really expands your earning potential.
But that makes a lot of sense. But how can someone start turning their English skills into income? What are the first steps?
Great question. One of the first things is to improve your speaking and writing skills, because those are in high demand. Then, you can explore freelancing platforms where people need English-related services like writing, translation, teaching, or customer support.
Freelancing is definitely popular. Can you tell us about some platforms or websites where learners can find these types of jobs?
Sure, websites like Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer are great places to start. There's also Vypeed or Cambly if you want to teach English online, and many companies hire remote customer service agents who speak English.
Teaching English online sounds interesting. What kind of English level do you need to start teaching others?
Usually, you need to be at least at an intermediate to advanced level, but some platforms accept beginners for conversational practice roles. It depends on the platform and the type of teaching you want to do.
That's encouraging for a lot of learners. What about other ways to earn with English that might not involve teaching?
Besides teaching, there's content writing, copywriting, proofreading, translating, transcription, and even voiceover work. Many companies look for people who can write well or create content in English.
Interesting. What advice do you have for learners who want to improve their writing skills, specifically to earn money?
I'd say practice writing every day. Start a blog, write articles, or even create posts on social media in English. Also, read a lot to see good examples of grammar and vocabulary. Using tools like Grammarly can help correct your mistakes too.
How important is it to specialize in a particular topic or niche when trying to earn money by writing in English?
It's very helpful. Specializing makes you more attractive to clients because you become an expert in that area. For example, if you like technology, writing tech articles in English could be your niche.
That's a smart strategy. Let's talk about the role of certifications or qualifications. Are they necessary to start earning with English?
Not always, but they can boost your credibility. For teaching, certificates like TEFL or TESOL are highly valued. For writing or translation, having a portfolio of your work is often more important than formal certificates.
Great to know. What about combining English with other skills? Does that increase earning opportunities?
Definitely. If you're good at coding, graphic design, marketing, or any other skill, being proficient in English can help you access global clients and bigger projects. English is often the bridge to international markets.
So, it's really about expanding your overall skill set and using English as a tool. Are there any success stories or examples you can share of people who earned well by learning English?
Yes, many freelancers from non-English speaking countries have built successful careers by improving their English. For example, a friend of mine from Brazil started with basic English, learned to write well, and now earns thousands monthly writing for international companies.
That's inspiring. For our listeners who want to start now, what are some daily habits or routines to learn English effectively for earning money?
Consistency is key. Spend time each day practicing speaking, writing, listening, and reading. Use online courses, apps, and try to interact with native speakers. Also, build a portfolio of your work, like sample articles or recordings, even before you start applying for jobs.
How important is networking when it comes to earning with English skills?
Very important. Join online groups related to your field, attend virtual meetups, and connect with people who can offer opportunities or advice. Platforms like LinkedIn are great for professional networking.
And what about dealing with challenges like self-doubt or fear of making mistakes while trying to earn money in English?
It's normal to feel that way. The key is to keep practicing and not let fear stop you. Remember, clients want good work, not perfection. Mistakes are part of learning and growth.
That's so true. Jacob, as we continue, let's dive deeper into specific earning methods like freelancing and online teaching. Can you tell us more about how to get started with freelancing in English?
Sure, first, create a strong profile on freelancing platforms. Highlight your English skills and any relevant experience. Then, start by bidding on smaller projects to build your reputation. Deliver quality work and ask for reviews to grow your profile.
Are there particular English-related services that are in higher demand on these platforms?
Yes, writing articles, proofreading, social media content creation, virtual assistant roles, and customer service are consistently popular. Translation is also in demand if you're bilingual.
What about online English teaching? What equipment or setup do you need to get started?
A good computer or tablet, a reliable internet connection, and a decent microphone or headset are essential. Some platforms provide lesson materials, but having your own resources can set you apart.
Are there any tips for building confidence when teaching English online?
Practice with friends or record yourself to improve. Prepare lesson plans and be patient with students. Also, try to create a friendly, supportive environment that helps both teacher and learner.
Let's talk about the payment side of things. How do freelancers and online teachers usually get paid?
Most platforms handle payments through secure methods like PayPal, bank transfers, or direct deposits. It's important to understand the fees and payment schedules before starting.
What about taxes or legal considerations for people earning online with English?
It varies by country, but generally, you should declare your earnings and pay taxes as required. Keeping good records and consulting a tax professional is wise.
This is such valuable info, Jacob. As we keep going, I want to explore how learners can use AI and technology to improve their English faster and earn more effectively.
That's a great topic. AI tools can help learners practice speaking, get instant feedback on writing, and even find job opportunities tailored to their skills.
And combining AI with active earning efforts could really accelerate success, right?
Absolutely. Using AI for skill building and freelancing platforms for earning creates a powerful synergy.
Listeners, we'll dive deeper into AI, powered learning and earning next. But before that, Jacob, what are some motivational tips for anyone feeling stuck or overwhelmed?
Take small steps, celebrate progress, and remember why you started. Surround yourself with supportive people and never stop learning.
Such important advice. Okay, let's keep the conversation going. So, Jacob, continuing from motivation, how do you suggest learners set realistic income goals when starting to earn using English skills?
That's crucial, Sophia. Beginners should start with small, achievable targets like earning $50 a month from freelance writing or tutoring. As their skills and confidence grow, they can raise these goals gradually.
That sounds practical. And how can learners track their progress toward those goals?
Keeping a journal or spreadsheet helps. They can note hours worked, tasks completed, feedback received, and money earned. It keeps motivation high and highlights areas for improvement.
What about balancing learning English with actual earning activities? How much time should learners dedicate to each?
It depends on individual circumstances, but a good balance is to spend about 60% of time learning and 40% earning. Initially, learning should take priority, but gradually, earning tasks become more frequent.
Makes sense. Now, for those who want to build their own brand or business around English, what ideas can you share?
Starting a YouTube channel, blog, or social media page teaching English or sharing learning tips can be profitable. Monetization can come from ads, sponsorships, or selling digital products like ebooks or courses.
That's an exciting path. But how important is marketing in this process?
Very important. Without marketing, even great content won't reach people. Learning basic marketing skills like SEO, social media promotion, and email marketing can help grow the audience and income.
For learners who feel shy about public speaking or content creation, any advice?
Start small, maybe short videos or audio clips. Practice makes perfect. Also, focusing on helping others rather than personal performance eases the pressure.
Let's switch gears a bit. What role does community play in earning through English skills?
A big role, being part of English learning or freelancing communities provides support, feedback, and sometimes job leads. Collaboration often leads to new opportunities.
Can you suggest any specific communities or forums?
Sure, Reddit's r/r English Learning and Ard Freelance are active, as well as Facebook groups for English teachers or freelancers. LinkedIn groups also have professional connections.
How about peer feedback and accountability? How can learners use that to improve and earn?
Sharing work with peers helps spot mistakes and improve quality. Accountability partners can motivate consistent practice and applying for jobs or gigs.
We've covered a lot already. Maybe now we could explore some real life challenges learners face when trying to earn using English and how to overcome them.
Yes, common challenges include fear of rejection, inconsistent income, and balancing learning with earning. Overcoming these requires persistence, patience, and sometimes diversifying income sources.
That's realistic advice. For inconsistent income, would you recommend saving a portion or having backup plans?
Both. Saving helps with stability, and having multiple income streams, like tutoring plus freelance writing, can balance out fluctuations.
Let's talk about cultural differences. How do they impact earning with English skills?
Knowing cultural norms helps in communication and building client relationships. For example, directness or politeness varies across cultures and affects negotiations or feedback.
Would you suggest learners research cultural etiquette when working with international clients?
Absolutely. Even small gestures of respect or understanding can make a big difference in business relationships.
Great insights. Now, how about legal and ethical issues related to earning with English?
Always be honest about your skills and qualifications. Avoid plagiarism in writing, respect copyright laws, and be clear with clients about deliverables and deadlines.
Professionalism definitely builds trust and repeat business. How can learners improve their professionalism online?
Respond promptly to messages, meet deadlines, and communicate clearly. Also, ask for feedback and be open to constructive criticism.
Thanks, Jacob. Let's explore how technology beyond AI, like mobile apps or online courses, can support earning with English skills.
There are many excellent apps for learning English grammar, vocabulary, and pronunciation. Platforms like Coursera and Udemy offer courses on freelancing, business English, and marketing, which directly help learners earn more.
So, continuous learning even after starting to earn is key, right?
Exactly, the market changes fast, so staying updated and upskilling increases your earning potential.
Okay, listeners, we've touched on so many aspects: learning, earning, marketing, culture, ethics, and technology. Jacob, what would be your top 3 tips for anyone wanting to earn money by learning English?
Number 1, commit to daily practice and improvement. Number 2, build a professional online presence. Number 3, be patient and persistent. Success doesn't happen overnight.
Fantastic tips. We'll keep exploring this topic further in our next segments. Jacob, let's dive deeper into building that professional online presence you mentioned. What are some key elements learners should focus on?
Great question, Sophia. A professional profile should include a clear, friendly photo, a well-written bio that highlights your English skills and any relevant experience, and samples of your work. Also, list specific services you offer so potential clients know exactly what you can do.
That makes sense. Do you think having a personal website is important?
It can definitely help. A website acts as a portfolio and a central hub for your services. Even a simple site with your resume, contact info, and work samples adds credibility.
What about social media? How can learners use platforms like LinkedIn, Instagram, or Twitter to enhance their earning opportunities?
LinkedIn is fantastic for professional networking and job hunting. Instagram and Twitter can be used to share helpful English learning tips, showcase your expertise, and connect with a wider audience. Regular posts and engagement help build your brand.
How often should learners post or update their profiles?
Consistency is key. Posting or updating at least once a week keeps you visible and shows you're active and reliable.
What kind of content works best for learners trying to attract clients?
Content that solves problems like English learning hacks, grammar tips, or success stories. Showing your personality and sharing your learning journey also builds trust.
That's really helpful. Now, let's talk about proposals and pitching clients. How can beginners write effective proposals to win jobs on freelancing platforms?
First, read the job description carefully and tailor your proposal to it. Start with a friendly greeting, mention relevant skills, and explain how you can solve their problem. Keep it concise but confident, and always proofread.
Should learners include samples or links in their proposals?
Yes, if possible. Samples show your abilities and give clients confidence. If you're new and don't have samples, offer to do a small trial task or create sample work beforehand.
What about pricing? How do you recommend setting rates when starting out?
Start low to attract clients, but don't undervalue yourself. Research what others charge for similar services and adjust as your skills improve. Be transparent and fair.
How can learners handle negotiations if clients ask for lower prices?
Explain the value you bring and be willing to compromise within reason. Sometimes offering a package deal or discounts for long-term work works well.
Let's switch to time management. How should learners organize their time between learning, working, and personal life?
Setting a daily schedule with clear goals helps. Use tools like calendars or task managers. Prioritize tasks, take breaks, and avoid multitasking to stay productive.
And what about dealing with distractions when working from home?
Create a dedicated workspace, limit phone use, and communicate your work hours to family or roommates. Small routines help maintain focus.
As we talk about work-life balance, how can learners avoid burnout while juggling learning and earning?
Listen to your body and mind. Take regular breaks, exercise, and maintain hobbies. Remember, sustainable progress beats short bursts of intense effort.
Wonderful advice. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on continuous feedback and self-improvement. How can learners use client feedback to grow?
Feedback is a gift. Take it positively, identify patterns, and work on those areas. Sometimes ask clients for detailed feedback to know exactly what to improve.
What about self-evaluation tools or methods?
Recording yourself speaking, comparing your writing over time, or using online quizzes and language tests help track progress objectively.
Before we continue, Jacob, can you share any tools or resources you recommend for improving English skills, specifically for earning purposes?
Sure, Grammarly for writing, HelloTalk for language exchange, Coursera for professional courses, and Canva for creating social media graphics if you're building a brand. Also, podcasts and YouTube channels focusing on English for business are great.
Those are excellent. How important is it to diversify skills alongside English?
Very important. The more skills you have, the more services you can offer, and the higher your earning potential. English is the foundation, but adding digital marketing, graphic design, or programming is a huge advantage.
That's a good point. Finally, Jacob, what mindset do you think learners need to succeed in earning through English?
Patience, resilience, and curiosity. Understand that learning and earning is a journey with ups and downs. Stay open to new experiences and keep pushing forward.
Thanks so much, Jacob. Let's keep exploring more practical tips and real stories next.
Absolutely, Sophia. Sharing real stories really helps learners connect and stay motivated. For example, I know a learner from Brazil who started with zero confidence, but by teaching English online and creating YouTube videos, she now earns enough to support her family.
That's inspiring. Do you think storytelling in their own learning journey can be a powerful tool for others as well?
Definitely. When learners share their struggles and successes, it builds community and encourages others to keep going. Plus, it can become content for blogs or videos, which helps with personal branding and earning.
Speaking of content, how can learners create engaging content around their English learning that attracts an audience?
Focus on authenticity. People love genuine stories. Use humor, share daily tips, challenges you've faced, or even mistakes you made and how you corrected them. Visuals like short videos or infographics work great too.
That sounds doable even for beginners. What platforms are best for sharing such content?
TikTok and Instagram are perfect for short, engaging clips. YouTube is great for longer videos and tutorials. Blogging platforms like Medium or WordPress work well for detailed stories and tips.
How important is interaction with the audience on these platforms?
Very important. Responding to comments, asking questions, and even doing live sessions builds a loyal community. This engagement can lead to sponsorships and paid partnerships down the line.
What about collaboration? Can working with other learners or creators help?
Absolutely. Collaboration expands reach and brings new ideas. It's also motivating to learn from others and grow together.
Before we move on, can you share some examples of successful collaborations you've seen?
Sure. I've seen English learners team up with native speakers to create conversation practice videos. Others collaborate on podcasts or Instagram lives discussing language challenges and cultural topics. These partnerships often lead to bigger audiences and more income.
Let's talk now about how to balance earning activities with ongoing language learning. Any tips?
One tip is to integrate learning into earning. For instance, if you tutor, you improve your speaking and grammar. If you write articles, you enhance vocabulary and writing skills. Also, schedule regular study times separate from work.
That integration sounds efficient. How can learners stay motivated when juggling both?
Setting small rewards after completing tasks helps. Also, reminding yourself why you started and visualizing your goals keeps motivation alive.
Great advice. What role does feedback play in motivation?
Positive feedback boosts confidence, while constructive criticism guides improvement. Both are necessary and should be welcomed.
We've covered a lot of ground on content creation, collaboration, balance, and motivation. Is there anything else you think learners should keep in mind while earning through English?
Yes, flexibility. Markets change, client needs evolve, and new technologies appear. Being adaptable and willing to learn new skills keeps you competitive.
That's so true. Jacob, thanks for these insights. We'll continue exploring more in the next segment.
Thanks, Sophia. One more thing I'd add is the importance of building a personal brand. When learners consistently show their unique style and values, clients begin to recognize and trust them.
That's a powerful point. How can someone start building their personal brand, even with limited resources?
Start small, choose a consistent username or handle, create a simple logo or signature style for posts, and stick to a niche or theme in your content. Over time, this builds recognition.
Do you think it's better to specialize in one area or offer a variety of services?
Early on, specializing helps you become known for something specific. Later, you can diversify. Specialization builds expertise and attracts targeted clients.
How about networking? How crucial is it for learners wanting to earn using English?
Extremely crucial. Networking opens doors to opportunities, mentorship, and partnerships. Attend online workshops, join language and freelancer groups, and be active in forums.
What's the best way to approach networking without feeling overwhelmed or awkward?
Start by offering help or sharing useful resources rather than immediately asking for favors. Building genuine connections over time is key.
That's reassuring for many learners. Now, can we talk about handling rejection or slow progress?
Rejection is part of any career. It's important not to take it personally but see it as feedback. Slow progress is normal in language learning, and freelancing. Patience and persistence pay off.
Do you have strategies to bounce back from setbacks?
Yes, reflect on what can be improved, set small achievable goals, and celebrate tiny wins. Also, keep a positive mindset and remind yourself why you started.
Jacob, your tips are invaluable. As we continue, I'd love to explore how technology and apps can assist learners in earning through English.
Absolutely, Sophia. Technology has really transformed how learners can improve and monetize their English skills. For example, language learning apps like Duolingo or Babbel make practicing easy and fun.
Yes, those apps are popular for beginners and intermediate learners. But when it comes to earning, are there specific tools or platforms that can help?
Definitely, Platforms like Upwork and Fiverr connect freelancers to clients globally. Then there are specialized apps like Cambly or italki, where you can tutor English learners online and get paid.
That's great for tutoring. What about content creation or other ways to earn?
YouTube is a big one, making videos about English tips, learning journeys, or cultural insights. Podcasts and blogs also generate income through sponsorships and ads once you build an audience.
How can learners leverage AI tools in their earning efforts?
AI tools like ChatGPT can help draft content, practice conversations, or generate ideas. They speed up work and improve quality, letting learners focus on creativity and personal touch.
That's fascinating. Are there risks in relying too much on AI?
Yes, over-reliance might limit personal growth or lead to generic content. It's important to use AI as a tool, not a crutch. Authenticity always matters.
What about online courses or certifications? Do they help learners earn more?
They do. Certificates prove your skills and professionalism, making clients more confident to hire you. Courses also teach specialized skills that can diversify your services.
How should learners choose the right courses?
Focus on courses recognized in your target market or that teach in-demand skills. Read reviews and try free trials if available before investing.
Great tips. Now, let's discuss managing finances as a freelancer earning with English. What are some essentials?
Keep track of income and expenses using apps like Wave or QuickBooks. Set aside money for taxes and create a budget to cover irregular income months.
Do you recommend opening separate accounts for freelance earnings?
Yes, separating personal and business finances simplifies accounting and helps monitor profitability.
What about pricing strategies? How can learners price competitively but fairly?
Research market rates, consider your experience and factor in time spent. Avoid underpricing as it can hurt sustainability. Offer packages or value-based pricing when possible.
Excellent. As we move forward, I'm curious, how can learners build long-term relationships with clients?
Deliver quality work consistently, communicate clearly, and be reliable. Also, follow up with clients after projects to check satisfaction and offer future help.
And what if a client is difficult or unhappy?
Stay calm and professional. Listen carefully, try to resolve issues, and if necessary, negotiate compromises. Sometimes it's best to part ways amicably if the relationship doesn't work.
That's mature advice. Shall we explore how to market your services online next?
Absolutely, Sophia. Marketing yourself effectively online is essential, especially for learners trying to earn through English skills. The first step is creating a professional and consistent online presence.
That makes sense. What platforms should learners focus on for marketing their services?
LinkedIn is great for professional networking and showcasing your skills. Instagram and TikTok work well for more creative or casual content, like teaching tips or language challenges. Facebook groups can also be helpful for niche communities.
How important is a personal website or portfolio in this process?
Very important. A website acts as your online resume and portfolio all in one place. It can highlight your services, testimonials, and contact info. Even a simple site built with platforms like Wix or WordPress can make a big difference.
What about content marketing? How can learners use that to attract clients?
Content marketing involves regularly sharing valuable content to build trust and attract potential clients. For example, writing blog posts about English learning tips, creating tutorial videos, or sharing success stories can establish you as an expert.
Do you recommend paid advertising for beginners?
Paid ads can help, but I usually suggest beginners focus on organic growth first. Building genuine relationships and providing consistent value can create a loyal audience without upfront costs. Once you have some traction, ads can scale your reach.
How should learners measure the success of their marketing efforts?
Track metrics like website visits, social media engagement, client inquiries, and conversion rates. Use tools like Google Analytics or Social Media Insights. Regularly reviewing these helps you adjust strategies.
Can you share any quick tips for standing out in a crowded market?
Sure, focus on your unique strengths, maybe your cultural background, teaching style, or niche expertise. Use storytelling in your marketing to connect emotionally. And always be authentic, people notice sincerity.
Let's talk about networking events or online communities. How can learners benefit from participating?
Joining language learning or freelancer groups on platforms like Reddit, Discord, or Facebook provides support, advice, and sometimes job leads. Participating actively builds your reputation and connections.
What's a good way to start conversations in these communities?
Start by introducing yourself, sharing your goals, asking questions, and offering help. Being helpful rather than just seeking help creates positive interactions.
How about building email lists? Is that useful?
Extremely useful. An email list lets you communicate directly with your audience, share updates, and promote services. You can offer freebies like a language tip sheet to encourage sign-ups.
For learners who might feel shy or unsure about self-promotion, what advice do you have?
Remember that self-promotion is about sharing your value, not bragging. Start small, focus on helping others, and practice. Over time, confidence grows with experience.
This has been such an insightful discussion, Jacob. Before we pause, could you share any final thoughts on earning by learning English?
Yes, Sophia. Patience and persistence are key. It won't happen overnight, but consistent effort, learning from mistakes, and adapting will lead to success. Also, never stop improving your English. That's your greatest asset.
Thank you, Jacob. We'll continue exploring this topic soon.
Thanks, Sophia. Another important aspect is staying updated with trends in the English learning and freelancing world. Things change fast, and being adaptable helps you stay competitive.
That's true. How can learners keep up with these trends effectively?
Follow industry blogs, join newsletters, and participate in webinars or workshops. Also, connect with other freelancers and language teachers to share knowledge.
What about balancing learning and earning? Sometimes learners might get overwhelmed juggling both.
Setting realistic goals in a schedule is crucial. Dedicate specific hours to improving English and other times to working on client projects or marketing. Avoid burnout by taking breaks.
That's practical advice. How can learners maintain motivation over the long term?
Celebrate small wins, keep reminding yourself of your purpose, and surround yourself with supportive people. Also, varying your tasks can keep things interesting.
Do you think collaboration with other English learners or professionals can help?
Definitely. Collaboration can lead to new ideas, shared resources, and even joint projects that expand your reach and skills.
What's your take on setting financial goals for those earning with English skills?
Set clear, measurable goals for income, then break them into monthly or weekly targets. Track progress and adjust strategies as needed. It keeps you focused and accountable.
Before we pause, could you recommend some resources for learners wanting to earn using their English?
Sure, websites like Freelancer.com, Upwork, and Fiverr are great to start. For learning, platforms like Coursera and edX offer useful courses. Also, podcasts and YouTube channels dedicated to freelancing and language learning provide ongoing inspiration.
Thanks, Jacob. This has been such a rich conversation. We'll pick up from here next time to dive even deeper.
Sounds great, Sophia. I'm excited to keep sharing ideas and strategies with your audience. There's so much potential for learners to turn their English skills into real opportunities.
Absolutely, Jacob. It's all about empowering people with knowledge and confidence. I'm looking forward to exploring more topics with you in future episodes.
Me too. Maybe next time we can focus on building a personal brand or advanced marketing tactics for English freelancers.
That would be fantastic. For now, I hope listeners found this episode full of valuable insights and practical tips.
Definitely. Thanks again for having me, Sophia.
Thank you, Jacob, and thank you all for listening to the English Hour. We'll see you in the next episode.